Welcome, mate. Welcome to NBL Overtime.
It's a pleasure to be here. I've been waiting for this opportunity since I was about 3 years old, so I'm really excited to be here today.
That's remarkable. So for 24 years, before you knew the show was going to happen, you were ready for it?
I was ready and prepared.
Now, I got told, and I assume this is 100% correct, that, of course, living in different countries and time zones and all the rest of it, and how busy you are, chasing your dream, but you still have time to, every single week, catch NBL Overtime to find out what's happening in the league. Is that true?
It is not true.
The Timberwolves brought you over from the other side of the country. They didn't bring someone up from their G League team at that point. They brought you from the other side of the country, which I think said a lot. And I understand there's a bit of an ongoing relationship with them now. What do the next few months look like for you with the Timberwolves?
So I basically go back, following weekend. I haven't actually got my flights booked, but, Coach Ryan was like, look, we're going to bring you back in. We want you in early. We see you here as a long-term, influence of the club. So he sees the belief in me, and he has the belief in me to bring me in early enough to help build culture, to lead, to do the right things, and to make that club even more elite than it is. Now, my time in Brooklyn was very and vastly different to Minnesota, so I learned a lot of things from Brooklyn that I can help bring across there. A lot of things that I noticed that can be helpful and insightful, I spoke about in my exit interview, and certain things they were very shocked to hear, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. You want me to help build your club? I don't have a guaranteed contract, but here's what I know. And they were very appreciative of that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to work my absolute ass off. I will do everything I can to be the most elite professional and valuable piece I can be to that organisation. I left, and I was a very, very respected person leaving. I left my mark on everyone, from the hotel receptionist to my Uber driver from the airport to the assistant that rebounded shots for me every day to the coach to every single player. I made sure I left my mark and my imprint. So I'll go back, do Summer League, wait and see what happens. I may find out tomorrow, I may find out in 3 months, I may find out one day before NBL tips off with Southeast Melbourne. But I will find out eventually, and I'll be able to make a conscious decision then. But right now, flip a coin, whatever it's going to be, it'll be.
You mentioned Southeast Melbourne because they're in a situation of signing as their marquee player, and a lot of the marketing, the promotion is centred around you and your wonderful story, but also on court, building a good squad. What's the ongoing conversation? Because as you touched on, it might be a day before the NBL season starts where Minnesota or Brooklyn or an NBA team says, look, yes or no. Is there some type of date where Tommy Greer and Simon Mitchell and the crew at Southeast Melbourne are going to say, we kind of need to have an idea to try and replace you, or is it just a ongoing thing and we're going to ride this thing out till it's done?
Honestly, that's decisions for them to make. Mm-hmm. We've spoken and we are on the same page. Now, what we decide to do will stay between us. Yep. But ideally, as soon as day one starts there, like we have our team locked in, everyone will get a message, everyone will get this is where we're at. We will devise a plan to build the right culture around the playing group that we have, which is the right playing group right now. We have a talented ass team. People might look at us and be like, first year, you shouldn't do that great. If you get, you make finals, oh, that's great. I want to win every single scenario, from training to shooting games to, on the bus to training to anywhere. Who can eat the faster pass to 1 kilo challenge the quickest? I don't care what it is, I will instill a winning culture there and competitiveness that is absolutely infectious and contagious. And from that, if I end up going to America, I will be on the phone every day or two to Simon and to Ian and to Tommy and Romy. What's going on? How are we here? I will speak to Gibbo, who's one of the greatest leaders in this league and Australia. I will be on everyone's ass about being professional and elite, being courteous and on time, making sure everything is a winning culture. Because culture is built from day dot, second dot, before you even walk in. I'll be there first, I'll be there last. I will make sure it's done the right way. So it doesn't matter where I'm playing. If I play in America, fantastic. If I play in Southeast Melbourne, it's going to be the exact same. It's going to be dependent on whether I'm on FaceTime, on the call, on the text, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Whatever it is, I will make sure I leave the professionalism that I think needs to be held at the absolute highest and utmost there. That's my whole job.
What is the status, though, of your NBA out? Do you need a full contract? Can you get a two-way? Can you do the G League route that you just did this last year?
I'll need a full contract.
Okay.
So, but I backed myself and I said, look, I'm the marquee player. It was something we both agreed on very quickly and very easily. The whole process with Southeast Melbourne has been tremendous. It's been such a breeze. It hasn't impacted me at all. Haven't had to think about anything more than for 10 seconds and make an easy decision. but it's just a full contract, or I go there and we compete to be one of the greatest teams this league will ever see.
What does it mean for the Boomers as well? Of course, World Cup and 2 games in your home state against the USA in front of a packed Marvel Stadium in front of 55,000. What does it mean for you Boomers? Well, your idea, I guess, are you putting your hand up to, are you available, or do you have any idea what's going to happen?
I mean,
in the next
my hand will
months?
never be put down
Yep.
for a Boomers selection, ever. You'll
So
have
you're
to
expecting-
cut my arms off not to have a hand up in that.
So you come back from Boomers camp leading into the World Cup outside the NBA?
Ideally, I would love to be at every single Boomers event that is held for the next 92 years. That's saying I'm living a long time,
Yeah.
so I'll be better eating healthy. But just start doing some more sit-ups or something.
More.
But I want to be available for that. Now, depending on what happens with America, I don't know. They might say, yep, we're signing you, great, you're going to be here for 10 years, $150 million. But if not, and it's, hey, you're not going to be a part of it, then I might be available. If I'm a part of it, they might say, look, we want you to be here. We feel that we need you here right now. Absolutely no worries at all. I'm with you 100% of the way.